Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star. Y'all, I am basically chilling, right? Okay. I decided to, I was doing something. I was getting some work done. Okay. Um, I'm actually getting ready to release something for you guys, okay? And I had just accomplished it and I was getting my little celebration on. And I decided to step outside, sipping on, I ain't gonna style, I was sipping on a little glass of wine, and I saw a hawk. Now, I decided to look up what a hawk means. It just seemed it stood out to me because, like, I don't see hawks very often and they are huge. Okay. This is not a normal sized bird. Okay. I'm looking and I can clearly see the other little birds. Okay. Which are like, they are like the size of a fly compared to this hawk. Like, and just so to clear any confusion, one of them flew by the hawk, and I was like, "Yeah, that's not a normal bird. That's a big bird. That's a big bird. That's a big bird." So I look up the meaning, and it says a hawk represents clear vision and deep understanding, and that it has a keen sense of where it's going. Um, I also see that it means strength and power. Okay. And this is a symbol like it goes with the powerful hunting abilities of the hawk can inspire us to face our challenges with courage and determination. And the next one, they symbolize freedom. And if you are in a constricting situation, the hawk arrives to remind you of your inherent right to be free. So, this hawk, as I'm outside, sipping from my wine and just looking around the neighborhood and acknowledging how quiet, like, it's just so quiet. Like, and y'all, for y'all that don't know, your girl, like, when I was living with my husband, we was in the hood, in the midst of the hood, in the center of the hood. So it was always something going on. I could not stand outside on the porch and not see something and just be like, Lord, what's going on? But this neighborhood is just so quiet and so peaceful. And, I'm just standing out there and I'm like, it's just so quiet. Like, it's nothing going on. And I see this hawk and I'm like, whoa, okay, where did you come from? And I like, it's kind of like I could sense that typically I don't even go outside, y'all. I go in the garage and sit in my little rocking chair. But to actually be outside is strange and different. And it's just like God was pulling me out there. And it's not just because mom's cleaning today and is the bleach smell is all throughout the house. But I just in my room, I have my little candles and my incense. So I can't even smell that. But it's just like I just had this feeling like go outside and see. And I'm outside and I see the hawk. And I'm like, I'm the only person outside. Nobody else is outside. Even with anybody. I think I saw one person get out the car and go directly and they weren't even paying attention. So, it's kind of like we live in the days and times when most people don't really look at the sky. Most people are not really very interested in nature in general when it comes to the city. And y'all already know your girl used to stay off grid. Your girl loves the outdoors. Your girl loves nature and all of the things of such, all of God's beautiful creatures. So when I saw the hawk, I was taken aback and I stared at it for a minute. And, I'm just looking like, wow, that is a big bird. And, a hawk, like, I don't know how big it is, but it's huge. And just looking at how big it is compared to the other birds. And yeah, I'm short. So I'm like, this bird is like, look like it's dating half my size. If it's not my size, like it's a big old bird. Okay. So I just feel like it is a big, just a compile to this message. Let me get a scripture for us. The scripture comes from Proverbs 18. An unfriendly person pursues selfish ends and against all sound judgment starts quarrels. Fools find no pleasure in understanding, but delight in airing their own opinions. When wickedness comes, so does contempt, and with shame comes reproach. The words of the mouth are deep waters, but the fountain of wisdom is a rushing stream. It is not good to be partial to the wicked and so deprive the innocent of justice. The lips of fools bring them strife, and their mouths invite a beating. The mouths of fools are their own undoing, and their lips are a snare to their very lives. So here's the message that I'm receiving from seeing the hawk, the way that I saw the hawk, and as well as the meaning that, the hawk symbolizes. And even the song that's playing, because I was, jamming to my gospel, and the song that's on right now is I Need You to Survive. And I was led to turn around and look at it. So here's the message to someone. You may feel as though you may feel as though you are in a position to where you are constricted, or you may feel as though you are in a position to where you are confused. Okay, so if this is someone, God led you to do something. God led you to be at a certain place. I'm being reminded of this movie that I love so much, y'all. It's called Big Fish. And in this movie, it's basically the story of this man's life, okay? And it's actually from the son's perspective. The father had told the son all these stories of his life. And, the son grew up and he decided that some of the stories were kind of outlandish and it's impossible. And basically, his father is on his deathbed and his son is trying to get his affairs in order. And he goes around and he's basically meeting up with his friends and he's finding all these papers. And he finds out that a lot of the stories that his dad told him that he wrote off as nonsense and foolery turned out to be true. So once again, the hawk symbolized freedom. The hawk symbolizes strength and power. The hawk symbolizes vision and deep understanding. And for someone, you are in a position to where God instructed you to do something. God instructed you to be at a certain place. And in this movie, he ended up in this little town. Now, the first time he went to this little town, they told him that he was too early. The second time he went to this little town, they told him that he was too late. He ended up saving this town. And, his son did not believe it at first. His son thought it just sounded so crazy. And then he's going through his father's affairs and he sees his dad owns a town. Okay. He's like, what? And he goes to the town and he speaks to the people and he finds out not only is the town real, but his dad did, in fact, visit this place several times. He helped to fix it back up. And he got everyone in the town to sign all of their properties over to him. And he decided that he would leave it just as his father instructed him to leave it. Okay. So here's what I'm saying. For someone, you are trying to figure out why in the world did God lead you to where you are? Why did God do this? Why did God do that? And I just feel like God has already gave you the instructions that you need. And you may feel like, just like in this movie, how when he got to this town, they told him he was too early. Then they told him he was too late. But in reality, he did what he was supposed to do. They thought that he was supposed to marry a certain woman, and that's not what he was supposed to do, because his destiny was always to marry the woman that he saw as the big fish, the woman that he was in love with, the woman that became his wife and his son's mother. That was always, he never, even though he traveled a lot and he met a lot of beautiful women, his heart always belonged to his wife. And his son found that out. And, it's really a beautiful movie, y'all. If you got some extra time on your hand, I do insist that you watch. It is a beautiful movie. But I just feel like God is saying that you already know what you're doing. And it doesn't matter if you get somewhere and someone is telling you, what are you here for? We don't need you here. Or why are you doing this? And why are you doing? You don't know their perspective may be different from your perspective, and their perspective, they can't see what God sees, just like you can't see what God sees. All you know is what God has told you. And that's just like where the scripture comes right here. Fools find no pleasure in understanding, but delight in airing their own opinions. So, someone who does not see everything from the perspective that God sees is going to, of course, tell you that you have no need. They have no need for you. There's no reason for you to be there. There's no reason for you to be around. They don't understand why you're there. They don't understand this. They don't understand that. And they don't see it from the perspective that God sees it. And that's okay. And I just feel like God is saying that's okay. But you have understanding already. You already have knowing already. God has already given you the instruction that you need. God has already, I just feel like for whoever this is for, it's not a situation where you are stuck. You are not in a position to where you are stuck. You are not in a position to where you are um like you're forced to do something. God, first of all, God is not forcing you to do anything. When God gives you an assignment, yes, he wants you to follow through with your assignment. But if it's a situation where someone is making it impossible for you, that's just like when the angels were in Sodom and Gomorrah. And they were basically there to see if there were any good people there before God destroyed the city. And as they were walking around the city, the people were trying to attack them. The people were trying to cause them harm. The people were trying to literally, do evil to them. And I just feel like for whoever this is for, God is saying that if it gets to that extent, you have all rights to leave. And, it's just like, the symbolism for the hawk when it says that if you're in a situation, understand that you have freedom. You have every right to be free. You have every right to be free, no matter what that freedom means to you. No matter if that freedom is meaning that you will fly off to to wherever. Whatever this means to you. This could mean that you are in a marriage with someone, they refuse to be faithful, they refuse to act right, and God is saying you have all rights to be free, okay? If they have already broken your covenant, you have all rights to go get a divorce and be with whomever you want to be with, somebody that is going to uphold the covenant between you and they're going to treat you right. If you are in a situation where God has moved you to a specific area, regardless if you have been moved to this area to help, it could be a situation where you are moved there to help people around there. Maybe you are moved there to save some people. Maybe you are moved there to help people and they don't know what is to come. And this could be so many things. It could be a situation where somebody's going to get sick. They're going to need help. Somebody is like, they may need help with their bills. They don't know what's to come. They don't know about this. They don't know about that. And it doesn't even mean that it's that specifically, but I'm just saying, there are so many things. Just like when I was living in the desert, I came at a time where the lady that I ended up working for needed help. Her children were starting school. She needed somebody to work at the gas station for her, and I was helping her. So it could be something simple or it could be something big. It could be a situation where somebody needs whatever kind of help that they need or whatever kind of assistance they need. And just like it says here, the lips of fools bring them strife, and their mouths invite a beating. The mouths of fools are their undoing, and their lips are a snare to their very lives. So, if you are sent somewhere to help someone, or you're sent somewhere to be an assistant to someone, there are people that are walking this earth that God will use as angels. And if God is using you as an angel to assist someone, to help someone, and you never know how, you never know what God will have you doing that you think is just a normal thing, but you are actually helping someone. You are showing someone something. You are assisting someone, regardless if God sends you to give them some kind of message, if God is sending you to help them to avoid a trap, a snare, and they insist on pushing you away. They insist on doing whatever. Like, I just feel like God is saying you don't have to deal with that. You do not have to stay there. You don't have to be in that predicament. God is saying that He has already made a way for you to go. You can do whatever you want to do. And it's not to say you can do it like you can go and sin, but you can do whatever you want to do, as in there are other things that God can have you to do. God does have other assignments that He can lead. There are other people that need help. This part, they're not the only person that need help. This is not the only town that needs saving. This is not the only person that needs to be saved. And God is saying, if you are in a position where God has sent you somewhere and you just feel like you are constantly getting pushed back, it is getting to the extent that someone is actually trying to cause you harm. Someone is actually going out of their way to cause pain to you. They're going out of their way to make you uncomfortable. They're going out of their way to make you feel as though you are unwelcome, or you just feel like your help is unwanted. God is saying you can leave, like fly away, okay? Just like the eagle, okay? Just like the hawk, not the eagle, the hawk, okay? You have clear vision, you have deep understanding, and you have keen sense. So God is saying you have strength, you have power, and you have freedom. It is not a situation where you just have to be in a specific area. It's not a situation where you are just like, God is not going to force you to do anything. God is not trying to. We all have free will. And just like, and it's not to say you're not a regular person, but everybody has free will, including you. Just like a regular person, like, once again, I wasn't even trying to say it, but I'm going to say it. A regular person has free will to, if they want to live a sinful life or if they want to live a godly life. You, someone that is working, you are an employee of God. You have free will to, if you are going to go ahead and accept the assignment that God has given you, or if you are going to go ahead and go and do your own thing. And even in the midst of you doing your own thing, I'm going to tell you now, 9 out of 10, you are going to be picking up another assignment. You think you're going to be doing your own thing, but you're going to be picking up another assignment. But God is saying that if that's what you want to do, that's fine. Like, that's fine. You have the freedom to do that. Once again, you have clear vision, you have deep understanding, you have keen sense, you know where you're going. And I just feel like this is for someone, you already know, like, you have it in your heart, you have it in your mind where your other assignment is, where another assignment is for you. And you could at any given point, you can just go to that assignment. And it is what it is. You also have, like, once again, you also have a clear understanding as to why you were there. So that's just like when I was in the desert, I had a clear understanding. If I leave, then it's going to be harder on this lady because she's going to have to be up here at the times that I wasn't here, or somebody else is going to have to pick up my shift. That may be difficult on them, but it is what it is. They were making it difficult for me to stay. So, and I just feel like for whoever this is for, if you are in a position to where you are literally helping someone, and instead of them accepting the fact that you are helping them, they don't see it. They just see you as in the way. And they don't even realize that your in the way is actually saving them. Regardless if you are saving them from someone else. Like, because it could be a situation where there's someone that is actually conspiring against someone and they can't see it. They don't understand. And it could be anything, regardless if it is a man that is conspiring on a woman or a woman conspiring on a man, or if it's someone they have made friends with people that want to do evil. And they think in their head that this person is trying to do evil, regardless if they think they want to do evil on you or if they think they want to do evil on someone else, and they're actually wanting to do evil on them. And they don't want to see that. They don't want to accept that. They want to refuse that. And they are basically making you feel as though you are stopping them from having fun, or you're stopping them from doing their thing. Like God said, go ahead and get out the way. Get out the way. Because just like it says, and their lips are a snare to their very lives. And that is sad. It's heartbreaking when you think about it. When it's a situation where someone is literally, like, you are literally stopping someone from doing something awful to somebody else because they are scared to do it because you're there. They're scared to do it because you're around. They're scared to do it because they can feel that you know, they sense that you know. And instead of this person accepting the fact that you are helping them, they think of you as a problem. They think of you as like you're in the way. Okay, just like you're a stump in the road. Like you are a problem and they don't even realize that you are saving them. But, you know, God is saying that in that situation, it is not fair to you for you to be in a position to where you are literally helping someone. And instead of them being grateful that you are helping them, they are treating you as if you are a problem and you are stopping all good things from coming to them. And I just feel like the saddest thing about it is it's just a situation where God is just saying that, you know, um, you may feel as though it's frustrating, but God is saying that at any given time you can fly away. At any given time you can go and do your thing. You don't have to sit there and deal with it. But the only thing is, you know, if everything goes bad for this person, you may feel guilty, you may feel bad, you may feel like that may cause you some heartache. That may cause you to feel guilt. But at the same time, this may also be why God will allow certain things to happen. God will allow you to feel as if you are, you know, just like I went through so much and I allowed a certain amount of, when I was out there, I allowed a certain amount of, it's kind of like they were entitled. They felt entitled to ask me to do certain things and entitled to treat me a certain way. And I allowed it to a certain extent to where it was like, you know what? I'm out of the way and I don't feel guilty. You know, like they tried to text me and email me and make me feel guilty and make me feel bad. And it's like, no, I don't feel guilty because when I was there, you did not appreciate me. When I was there, you treated me as if you were doing me a favor. When I was there, you treated me as if I was bothering you. You treated me as if I was doing this and I was doing that. So why should I be so concerned and so worried about what you have going on now? When I was there helping you, you act as if I wasn't. And I just feel like you may be in a position to where you are being treated as if you are not helping. You're being treated as if you are not doing. And like sometimes it don't look that way, but that's what it is. We live in a wicked world. And there are so many people that have wicked agendas and they have wicked intentions. And they will make it seem as though you are like, I just feel like you are a bother or you are this or you are that. And I just feel like for someone, this is someone they want to attack someone else or they want to do something to someone else. And it may be demons that want to take over a certain area and you are basically standing in the midst, like you're standing in the way. God is saying that if you need to get out the way, if you feel as though you just can't take it anymore, if you feel as though like you have all rights to fly away, just like the hawk. Just like the hawk is free. The hawk has freedom. The hawk knows where it's going. The hawk is not, this is not a bird that is unsure of itself. This is not the kind of bird that has to look over its shoulder and worry about a predator coming after it. This is not the kind of bird that is nervous that it is not going to have a place to go if it leaves. This is a bird that knows. And God is saying that you are certain. You are not in a position to where you are just going to, if you fly away, oh no, what do you do? Where do you go? What is this? What is that? Like God is saying that is not going to happen to you. And I'm even just being reminded of the fact that I literally packed up all of my stuff in my truck, drove to the middle of nowhere, and I was fine. Okay. And I just feel like for somebody, God is saying you are not the kind of person to where you will ever be in a position to where you don't know what's going on. You don't know how you going to do this, how you going to do that. What's this? What's that? God said he got you, period. Point blank. You are never going to be in a position to where you are just a question mark floating through the wind. That is just not going to happen. And that's just what it is. And that's the message. God is saying, don't you ever forget that you are like the hawk. You are not like a pigeon. You are not like a rat. You are not like a dog. You're not like you're not a peasant. You are not a rodent. You are not like, no. You are of royalty. God said he got you no matter what's going on. No matter what's going on, period. And whew, that's the message. Okay, that's the message, y'all. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.